Welcome everyone, and I am so glad that we get to take our day one of Take 5, our 5-day journey, where I hope to share with you some tips and tools and practices that will be about 5 minutes, 5 days in a row, 5 different tips and tools just to add on and flavor every day. So thanks for being here with me on day 1. In case those of you who are joining you haven't met me yet, my name is Leah Hardefellis, and I am a teacher of yoga, meditation. I've been called on many occasions a teacher's teacher, and while maybe I might have been uncomfortable accepting that prior, today I sit here, day 1, and starting this new pandemic way of breathing and flowing with you, solidifying that I'm here to lead and guide the teachers and teachers, so that you can go ahead and lead this practice and share it with others, your friends, your family, your workplace, on and off the yoga mat. So thank you. I salute you for being with us. So as you know, this is a Take 5 practice with masks on. You can see that I'm sitting here without my mask on to start off. And the reason I'm doing that is because the first part of yoga and breath control is awareness. So I'm going to start today's practice. It's setting a foundation to come home to the breath, a foundation of where you can acknowledge the breath, be aware of the breath, and then move into controlling the breath. So that's today's mission, to set the foundation for day 1. So with me, if you wouldn't mind, we're going to observe our breath in its natural, ordinary state and come into a practice of basic breath awareness. This is your way home. So go ahead and plant your hands in your lap. Feel the ground beneath your feet or your seats. And set aside all of the distractions for a moment. And imagine there is no agenda here, just to come home, observing your breath. And just notice if your natural tendency is to soften and close your eyes, that's okay. If you prefer them to be open, let it be a soft gaze out at a distance without a tilt in your head. Now that you've connected to the ordinary flow of your breath, begin to observe how when you breathe in, there's height, expansion. And as you breathe out, you might feel a little bit of a hug and grounding. We rise on an inhale, typically, and root on an exhale. The breathe in might feel more awakening, and the breath out might feel more calming. So in this practice of basic breath awareness, you can just discover the natural tendencies, and the way the body is always in fluctuation, the breath moving within us, rising and falling, expanding and contracting, and coming into a state of balance. So it's been about a minute since you've observed your breath in its natural state. So begin layering, one breath at a time, a little bit of effort. So rather than come to a deep breath that we think we need to take when we're feeling anxious or in need of more oxygen, let it be a slow, gradual increase in depth. One layer, one breath at a time. If the mind is busy with distractions and chatter, whether it is serving you or not, maybe you count your breath. Notice the length of your inhale with a little effort. Maybe it's 2 or 3 beats. Let your exhale match the same length. If you are able, start to work toward an even breath in for 5 and out for 5. So if you are able to practice breathing in 5 beats and out 5 beats for 5 rounds, that is equal to about 1 minute. And the reason that I bring this to your awareness is because sometimes we need 1 minute. 1 minute to become aware, 1 minute to reset, and a minute to redirect. So what do we use as a tool to reset and redirect? It's the breath. Come home to your breath. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hear yourself counting. If that seems too strained, lessen the length of your breath. After you've done your 5 rounds of Take 5, return back to basic breath and body awareness. You might notice immediately there's a shift in your energy. Some of you might feel a little bit more alert. Some might feel more grounded and calm, depending on what it was that you needed. So even breath in and out, that technique is called Samavriti. Samavriti means even fluctuation. And when in doubt, we're always trying to come into this sense of balance and center. Let go of technique, and if it feels right, flutter your eyes open and bring the space back into focus and redirect your attention to me. Good. All right, so the basic breath awareness in Take 5, I would love to welcome you to adapt this as part of your daily practice without your mask, so that when you are wearing your mask, then you can shift into these tools and practice something similar. So the length may not be 5 rounds, but you know that a minute is about 5 count in, 5 count out. You adjust as you need. Remember, depending on the time of the day, your environment and the situation, your breath will change. Even the climate and the temperature, the full moon. Some of you might feel real heavy, right? Or some might feel light. Allow yourself to feel and be with your breath every day. No judgment. Learn from it. Listen, and then start to move into what you're feeling. Okay. When you're ready, we're going to take our masks on and we're going to do basic breath awareness and Take 5 with masks on together. Before I put my mask on, I'm going to share a couple of tips and tools that I use that is outside of breath control. So, as you all know, yoga and essential oils are 2 of my loves that I love to practice, teach, and share with others. So today I'm choosing 2 essential oils to share with you. If you don't have them with you now, it's okay. Just listen to the tools, the way that I use and its benefits. And if you need more information, you know where to reach me. So I'm choosing Breathe. The title of this essential oil blend is self-explanatory. Breathing. That's our number 1 topic here, our number 1 tool in life that you don't need to practice. So the essential oil Breathe, and the other one is Adaptive. This is doTERRA's calming blend, Adaptive. We can all agree that we are adapting to times. We're adapting to the way we live and breathe with masks on. So these are my 2 suggestions. One is a roller, which you can always just roll on your wrists or in the center of your heart space so you could still have it with you. I am adapting to the times. The other, Breathe, I would recommend a drop in the palm of your hands. And in here is one of my favorites, spearmint. I think spearmint is really great for helping us open up the breathway. Peppermint is in here also. So I'm rubbing my palms together. Without my mask on, I'm going to cup my hands without touching my face to take 1 slow breath. And as I exhale, I'll release my hands. And I've been reaching for my mask after using my essential oils. I like to give a swipe, not directly on where my face is. When it's clean, I always put 1 new drop of Breathe or Adaptive on my mask. Sometimes lavender if I need to calm down. So just placing the mask over now, we're going to meet with our masks on. My voice is going to change. It's one thing I noticed when I started to wear my mask. Communication is difficult. When you don't feel like you're being held, it affects you because you were heard, held and heard, right? It affects you. You want good communication with others, and we only have our eyes with a muffled sound, so just be aware that that's possible. Go ahead and place your mask on. Make sure there's no sound interference. Great, and if you can give me a thumbs up to let me know if you can hear me. If it really is difficult to hear me, give me the thumbs down and I'll do my best to adjust. Oh, that's great. Excellent. So coming back to the same practice, maybe the first thing that you do is notice what it's like not to control your breath. What does it feel like the moment you cover over your mouth? Allow yourself to describe it. And not based on what you thought it would be like. What is it like right now? I'm practicing today outdoors. I invite you that if you feel more open, wide space or outdoors is a better place for you to practice getting comfortable with mask on, do that. Let's begin our take 5 basic breath awareness. For 5 rounds, watch your breath come and go without control. Feel the coolness at the tip of your nose. On your inhales and exhales, it's a little warmer. No need to control here, just observe. Good, now that you have a nice connection to the ordinary breath in your environment, begin to control your breath. Take 5 rounds to get to full, smooth, controlled breath without force. Gentle. You're coming home to your breath. Excellent. Now, I'm going to invite a mantra. Along with the breath control, as we breathe in, you'll repeat to yourself, I am. As you breathe out, the word breathing. Let's take 5. Slow, smooth, full breath. Inhale, I am. And slow, controlled breath out, breathing. Inhale, I am. Exhale, breathing. Continue like this 3 more rounds on your own. When you're done, please return back to basic breath awareness and observe how you're feeling. Coming back to the basic breath, I'm breathing. Reminding ourselves that we are home in our breath. Good, and when you're ready, go ahead and remove your mask. That's so wonderful. I say that's so wonderful because it's a practice, and some of us might have felt in the beginning, immediately we are resistant to doing things that we're not used to. So sometimes we show up with a made decision or an agreement that we already know we can't do this. So 6 months ago today, or around 6 months ago, I said I could not practice a whole yoga class for an hour. I can't teach pranayama with a mask on. Well, the yoga teachings remind us that anything is possible, and we do have to adapt to the times and transition and make changes that we're not comfortable with. So remember to listen to that kind of talk, I can't and I won't or I don't, and try to change that into I am. I am trying and I am practicing. So maybe it's 1 minute, 5 rounds of breath at a time. Work your way to 5 minutes by the end of the week and then congratulate yourself. And if that 5 minutes turned into 5 hours, controlled, aware, or back to that practice successfully throughout your day where you can take it off and smile rather than take it off and feel drained, that is my mission. And I think that is what the teachings of yoga is, to bring us tools and practices that could serve us on and off the mat. So I hope today this practice served you in that way.